I'm trying to catch some questions here.
What did you do with the keys from the Keys to Our Souls project?
What did I do with the keys? So, for those that weren't involved with the keys project, on the past tour that I did, amazing group of fans got together, and in every city I toured to, gave me a key to that city, key to their souls. And then, honestly, by the end of the tour, I had this big bundle of keys. And then a big box was delivered to me, and I had to go through all the keys to find the right key to the box. It was filled with amazing little treats and gifts, and it was just beautiful. Really, really, really cool concept. Still have the keys. The box I keep my paint supplies in, which I use to paint, like Brett says, Stay, which is the lithograph that I just put out. I just finished the second painting, so it kind of like holds, it's the chamber for the tools of the paintings. The keys I still have on my shelf. I don't think I'll ever get rid of those, as bulky as it is. And then the items I utilized that were in there. Hope that answered that question. Any more here? I'm seeing there's all the questions are flying by.
Yeah.
Any good questions? Pull one out for me.
NG Carson says, Lights, will you name my acoustic guitar?
Okay, someone wants me to name their acoustic guitar. Who is it?
NG Carson.
NG Carson. I'll name your guitar Foot. You asked for it. So, your guitar's named Foot. I'm sorry. All right. Another question?
If you were stuck on a desert island, what are the 3 things you would want with you?
The desert island question. I like that one. I've been asked that a lot, and my answer kind of always changes as I progress, and just like people walking behind me. At this point, I would bring. I'm on this like cherry blasters kick, so I would bring that. Oh, Werther's though. I'd bring Werther's instead. Because even when I become a senior, I'll enjoy those. So I'll have a lifetime supply of Werther's. Probably some kind of instrument. Preferably something that wouldn't break down. So a tabla, which is a kind of drum. Be very jungly too. Would be nice. And let's see. This last item is going to be really crucial. I would bring some water. Because you can't drink salt water. There you go. Favorite song by another artist. That's hard to say as well because there's a lot of wonderful ones, but I just had a great rant about Phil Collins earlier. And that, take a look at me now. It's honestly my favorite song to sing while doing the dishes. I sing it all the time. I'm just like, there's just an empty space, you know, and I think my neighbors probably hate me, but it's the greatest song. Try it next time you're doing dishes. Sing that song, one of the best songs ever. The melodies are amazing, so heart-moving, warming. Someone's asking me if I want my own reality show. No. No, this is reality right here. No one's interested. Shout out to Feng Chen, somebody's girlfriend. Do I like kites? Did you mean kitties? Because I like kites and kitties. Kitties on kites might be better, which we should possibly try if you had a small enough cat and enough kites. I feel like you can make it work. Picture it.
Does the thrill of performing beat out every other thrill you've experienced?
Does the thrill of performing beat out any other? I don't know. It depends on the show. I've played really crappy shows. I played great shows too. I played big shows, small shows. So it really does vary. There are some really thrilling things to do in life too. I mean, there's definitely something really cool about playing though. It's funny because when you're on tour, you become kind of numb to the feeling. And then just recently I did a couple visits to high schools for World Vision and the 30-hour famine, which just happened. Shout out to the people that did that. It's really cool. I was starving, which we all were, I'm sure, and that's obviously the point of it. Really great job, you guys. Visited some schools, and I was nervous again. And I was just doing some acoustic songs for high schools, right? And it's not the same dynamic at all as doing your own, like, huge tour. But, you know, it's you get just as much of a thrill if you just give it a couple months. You know, it's really cool. I hope I never lose that kind of feeling.
MP Changs asks, if you had a theme song, what would it be?
If I had a theme song, it would be the Indiana Jones theme song. I can say that very quickly. Have I been to Canada's Wonderland? Oh yeah, that is a great place. I was actually just talking about it yesterday, and I plan to go back at some point. It's a wonderful place. The question's moving so fast.
Who's your favorite Lord of the Rings character?
Oh, that's the loaded question there, isn't it? Favorite Lord of the Rings character? I think Legolas. Elf. That's working for him in a lot of ways. Beautiful, flowing, smooth mane. Skill with a weapon. Elf. So that's 4 reasons right there. My current WoW name, my main character is Lightsalot. And I just started Worgen. My last name is Poxlightner, so it made sense to call it Foxlightner. Did I ride on Behemoth? Yes, I did. When you punch someone, is there cheesy punchy noises? No, but here, I was talking about this the other day. I checked this out and let it maybe bring back memories. Do you remember, like, quit playing games with my heart? You know that song? You're wondering how this is all going to tie in, but it will. So, that song, that era of music, I remember even when I was a kid, when that was out, the way the snare drum sounded like the punch foley that's in movies. It was like boom, 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 boom. If you take that and use that for the punch sounds, like. So listen to the Quit Playing Games with My Heart, for example, and notice that punch sounds sound like Backstreet Boys snares. Just an observation. What inspired me to write my new album? A lot. I had a lot to write about, and I'm actually I'm really excited for you guys to hear it. It's going to be coming from a different place than listening. I was still getting my head together in listening. I was in the process of figuring myself out as an adult and as a person, and I mean, we never really stopped doing that, but there was a little bit of sadness that leaked into those songs because I needed those and I needed to be inspired, and I felt a little bit alone. This album's coming from a different place. It's coming just from a new one, you know, just representative of what's going on now in my life. Inspiring to me, nonetheless. It's been amazing. It's the lyric process for that record. This record has been awesome. You know, we'll sit there and come up with the music in the studio, and then I'll just stay up all night writing the lyrics, just sitting in my bed. I remember once I sat there for 5 hours just on my laptop writing lyrics, and I look back at the page of how many times it changed and how you got to the point that you ended up at, and it's just been, I'm better at what I do, and I think that you'll be stoked when you hear it.
If you were abducted by aliens, what would you do?
If I was abducted by aliens, depends on the kind of aliens. Are we talking like aliens from Fire in the Sky? Because that abduction does not look fun. If you haven't seen Fire in the Sky, you should see it. Are we talking aliens like the alien in American Dad? Because that would be terrible. Or the aliens in District 9, which would be boring because they live on Earth, kind of. Or if I was abducted by E.T. aliens, which are very loving, I'd be into that. It depends on the alien, I think. Maybe ask about like a species, and like Borg would not be fun, that's for sure. Resistance is futile. Someone asked what my favorite synth ever. I don't have a favorite synth ever at this point. But one of the ones that I use recurringly on the new record is the Microkorg XL. It's small, and it's based on the synth radius or the Korg radius, that synth engine. So it's completely different than the other Microkorg, and it's awesome. The fullness of the sounds are amazing. It's just a really great little synth. Do we have any more? Any more questions?
Would you rather die from zombies or aliens?
Oh my goodness, so many zombie alien questions. It's amazing. Let's see. Would I rather die from zombies or aliens? Have you ever considered this now? Just so you know, I'm going to do the copyright symbol because it's a great idea. What about zombie aliens? No one's thought of that yet, have they? Or have they? Has that been done?
Zombie robots.
Not as good. Really? Can robots even die and come back to life? That's their thing. You can just fix them. That sounds a little silly. But zombie aliens would be crazy. Picture this. Zombie Borgs. Zomborgs, in other words. That would be intense. And I think that would be the worst death. But between the two, after watching the Walking Dead series, I would rather die from aliens, to be honest. That horse scene was terrible.
If you had to go incognito for a day, what 5 disguise items would you use?
What 5 disguise items would I use to go incognito? To be subtle? I mean, maybe a towel around my body. Because I always find that when someone's in a towel, you just don't want to look at them. You're like, so no one would look at me, and that's all I need. That wouldn't actually work. Someone's asking about Adam Young. Awesome, talented guy. We did a song on his new record, which I'm excited to hear the whole thing. I haven't heard much other than what we did, so it was fun. We did the collaboration at a distance, which was cool. It's cool to know that you can do stuff like that, you know. I've done some collaborations like that, and it just feels different. It's different than, you know, sitting in the same room as somebody, but it turned out really good, and he's very talented. I'm really excited for that record to come out. Really, really awesome, talented boy. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm reading comments here. Read me one.
Favorite Final Fantasy character?
Lightning. Favorite Final Fantasy character is Lightning. Easily.
What about villain?
Favorite Final Fantasy villain? There are... I don't know. Can you have a favorite villain?
Sephiroth.
Sephiroth. There's so many questions about zombie apocalypse. Is amazing. If you could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive, what would you eat? It's not about who. It's what would I eat. Wouldn't that depend on the person? I would probably... Lasagna is pretty standard. Or like vegetarian lasagna, just in case they didn't like meat. Just to cover all the bases. Meat. Well, I can't say meaty if it's vegetarian. Just really solid, filling. Had Italian food last night. It was my birthday yesterday, and it was a great day. Finished it off with some great Italian food. Tortellini. Maybe tortellini. Probably tortellini. Or you know what? I'll go back to roots here. My background's German, so I would do like sauerkraut and knödel.
What's your spirit animal?
I remember I did the spirit animal thing online once. There was like that thing going around for a while, the test. I think I got like badger or something, which isn't very cool. Should be something better. I'm gonna go with like a vole, or I think that's, you know, more discreet. Do I know the Muffin Man? I do, in fact. Good guy.
Milk in bags or cartons?
I grew up with milk in the bag, but milk in the bag only comes... It's like 2-liter bags, or I guess you wouldn't know. 4-liter bags.
3 bags.
See, there are some Americans and Canadians in this room, and milk bag is a Canadian thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, bag milk. 4-liter bags, even.
4.
That's a lot.
I buy it all the time.
So I don't go through that much milk. So I go with the carton. 2-liter cartons. Last longer. The most raunchy thing in my fridge right now is milk. And chicken soup broth, to be in fact.
If you were a firework light, what color would you be?
If I was a firework light, I would have to go ahead and say you'd have to shoot me out of cannon to find that out. Probably gory red. Sorry to give you that visual. This is PG-13, this one.